everyone always prepares you that whenever you're going through a divorce, losing your husband or wife, you go through a grieving process, grieving for the loss of your marriage, the loss of your hopes and dreams together.
A man will sacrifice everything, including his own happiness, to make sure his wife is always happy. A woman will sacrifice everything, including her husband and marriage, to make sure she is always happy. That's the reality.
The loss of your best friend, the person that you always wanted to tell your day and to tell, your small wins and your small victories. And I wasn't prepared for that. I wasn't prepared for feeling that way, even when you're not together and haven't been together. Just having that desire to have them as a friend again.
She is talking about her ex like he died in a plane crash, and she is a victim of this hard, cruel world. She didn't lose anything. She chose to take a giant steaming dump on him and the marriage. That's what you get for making life-altering choices based on TikTok.
You watched it all and you have a question. You want to know why Chris and I split up. I have answered it a few times, but it's okay. There's probably a lot of new people here, so let's dig in. I have no fucking idea. Probably one of the biggest mistakes I ever made.
An average woman wants a tall, handsome, wealthy, and attractive man. However, she typically fails to work on and improve her inner beauty, her personality, and character. In the end, what is on the inside ultimately manifests on the outside, and 99% of the time, this results in an entitled and ungrateful person who is self-centered and demands that the man grant her every wish for the rest of his life.
Hey y'all, come look at this!
So, here it is. In case you didn't know, and this applies to both men and women, being cheated on is traumatizing as fuck. I was married for 21 years, and cheating was never an issue in our marriage. In fact, that was the least of my worries. Never had to worry about it. I never thought I did. I never had a feeling that I had to worry about it. Never on either side. And then I got divorced, and I come into the dating field, and it is a absolute shit show. And if I had any idea what I was getting myself into, I probably would have stayed married.
Interestingly, feminism has strangled women while freeing men. Why? Women are disproportionately represented in undervalued occupations, are familiar with the harsh realities of the job market, and most importantly, find it dreadful to think of growing old.
Do you want to become a miserable old woman? I don't think any of us do. You've seen those women out there. The women that are nattering and nagging their husbands, that are bitchy, that aren't nice, that seem to be so unhappy, and we think, oh God, I hope I'm never one of those miserable old women. That happens from raising a family, working, and then all of a sudden we're in our 50s and 60s and we have nothing. We don't have a life. We don't have a life separate from our family or separate from our husband. And so we resent everybody. I did it. Here I am on my new bed, my princess bed. It's amazing. I feel like a different person already. I feel like I can do whatever I want, and I'm not responsible for anybody anymore but me. I don't know. Things aren't going that great. I didn't know. I guess I did know. I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction, to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship.
The truth is that far more people get married over the course of each year than get divorced. These divorce statistics show what happens to marriages that end, and when and how couples decide to end them. What about the famous statistic that half of all marriages end in divorce? That's true, but only when it comes to first marriages, half of which are dissolved. Second and third marriages actually fail at a far higher rate.
Please, please, my life has been torn upside down. We are a one-income household. I'm a stay-at-home mom. Please don't threaten, and please don't try to call my husband's place of work. You're just gonna make it worse.
Oh,
my life.
Mm.
And I never in a million years would have thought that this would blow up the way it did.
Well, it did. The community that was supporting this woman's cause, the feminine anger, wanted retribution, wanted revenge on her husband. Please, for the love of God, the earth, everything on it, and possibly your own outcomes, do not post your issues online.
You know, it is kind of sad and mostly pathetic that women in their 20s all the way through their 40s still act like children with incontrollable tantrums. Amazing, isn't it? You're considered below them until they're out in the street realizing no one wants them anymore. The grass is only greener over the septic tank.
After 10 years, my husband and I were on the verge of divorce. But then we got a second chance. I had finally found the courage to kick my husband, Corey, out. And I went to bed that night, terrified and relieved all at once. And then I woke up the next morning and I checked my bank account and realized he had gone to the ATM at 2 o'clock in the morning and taken all of our money except for $50. I was alone with 3 kids under the age of 5 and $50.
The quickest way to ruin a life is to make all your life choices based on your feels. It sounds like a lot of people never matured, and that's going to wreck a lot of lives.
So, the last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship.
It's just, I don't understand. It's okay for her to have a
It's a double
boyfriend,
standard. Double standard.
but when your ex is having a girlfriend, oh, it's a no-no.
Very hypocritical. It sounds like she had what she wanted and now she just misses it. And I think she misses it even more because
Now someone else is.
someone is in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that women leave men 80% of the time? If they're college educated, it's 90%. And one of the #1 predictors of divorce is if the woman out-earns the man. This is the reality, guys.
So a woman is saying that her husband, this was like 3 days ago, is divorcing her because of a trad wife that he's been following on TikTok. So it's blaming TikTok for her divorce. So in a viral Reddit story revealed the husband for 12 years suddenly began complaining about his wife's looks, her cooking, and all this other stuff because he's sitting there watching this trad wife on TikTok. You know, he's like, damn it, why can't I have a wife like that? I got Bertha over here just burning the chicken, you know, and it's all because of her. So she's blaming the divorce that she's going through off of this chick because her husband's a fan.
Women are conditioned for instant gratification. They want instant happiness, wealth, fame, luxury, and comfort. They want perfection in men, while they hardly bring anything to the table except perhaps their physical selves.
A woman shared her regrets about not working harder to save her marriage now that her ex-husband is happily remarried. The 41-year-old woman shared to the True Off My Chest subreddit that she left her husband around 10 years ago, shortly after they'd had their first child together. According to this woman, there were no major issues in the marriage. She was a stay-at-home mom and had her husband wrapped around her finger. He did whatever she said, and she burned him out. When he grew tired of her demands, she started threatening divorce. She thought she was still a great catch and that she could do better
better than her husband, so she left. Now, 10 years later, the ex-husband is happily remarried with a baby daughter and a new house. The divorced woman, on the other hand, has been unmarried ever since. She's jealous of her ex-husband's new wife, saying, "She took my husband, she took my kid, she took my life that was once mine, and now I live in an empty house." She claims she is alone and miserable and wishes she would have been a better wife 10 years ago so she wouldn't be in this situation. It takes two to make things work, and many people believe this woman reaped what she sowed.
You know, it is kind of sad and pathetic that women in their 20s through their 40s still act like children with uncontrollable tantrums. Amazing, isn't it? You're considered below them until they're out in the street realizing no one wants them anymore. The grass is only greener over the septic tank.
Have you ever heard a divorced woman praise her ex? Rare, right? Why does this never happen? Let's break it down. Why divorced women never speak positively about their ex-husbands. 1. Emotional pain lasts. Even in a peaceful divorce, negative emotions take over. 2. Society's influence. Many women feel praising an ex makes them look weak or like they still care. 3. Protecting their image. No one wants to seem like they made a bad choice or were at fault. 4. Divorce means it's over. If he was really a great guy, why did the relationship fail? 5. Bad experiences. Many divorces happen due to betrayal or neglect. How can she praise that? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Let's hear their thoughts.
They always regret it, only when it's too late. When marriages end, usually some time has passed since the wedding. In fact, the average length of a marriage prior to divorce is 8 years. Divorce comes at a big cost, with couples spending an average of $7,000 to dissolve their union.
Tom Brady's wife lost her mind after the divorce because she lost millions of dollars. Recently, the ongoing drama surrounding Tom Brady and his ex-wife Gisele Bündchen's divorce has sparked fresh controversy. The controversy began when a self-proclaimed insider posted online, claiming that Gisele demanded half of Tom Brady's assets in the divorce agreement to support their children. Many netizens reacted with shock and outrage, criticizing Gisele for her seemingly exorbitant demands. However, in the next moment, people saw a surprising turn. After Gisele submitted the divorce agreement, she was informed by the court that her millionaire husband was actually penniless. It turns out, all of Brady's assets were registered under his mother's name. This meant that not only could she not claim any of her husband's assets, but she might even have to give a portion of her own $400 million fortune to him. This outcome left her furious and irrational. As the news spread widely, many netizens began to support Brady's actions, with some even.
It's important to note that as marriage goes, so goes the nation. Strong families are the foundation of any society. Hedonism always takes its toll. Women do not mature faster than men. They excel at social dynamics, and social dynamics are heavily rewarded through middle and high school, whereas nothing men excel at is rewarded.
If I had known this, it would have saved me from a second divorce. Every choice you make stems from what you believe you deserve. After my divorce, no confidence. It was my mission to get into another relationship and fall in love. Like, I needed to prove to myself that my divorce was the right decision. I needed someone to make me feel like I was worth loving. I didn't know how to do that for myself. And when you're coming from that place of lack, you choose the wrong partners. And here's divorce number 2. Don't do what I did. Take the time to get to know yourself and to like yourself so that you know what you deserve and you don't settle for less. Come join Divorced and Empowered if you want to connect with other women rebuilding after divorce.
As I said, a man will sacrifice everything, including his own happiness, to make sure his wife is always happy. A woman will sacrifice everything, including her own husband and marriage, to make sure she is always happy. That's the reality, the butter truth. Thanks for watching Manhood. As always, we're looking forward to your support. So please hit the like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with everything all kings like yourself need to know.